Psychology, a Scientific Discipline, Part 3. Challenges in establishing psychology as a science. Although psychology is considered to be a scientific discipline, it has many controversies. Controversies and criticisms of psychology have been made on theoretical, practical, ethical, and philosophical grounds. The following controversies and criticism are the challenges in establishing psychology as a science. First, psychology in pre-paradigmatic state. In contrast to mature and natural sciences such as physics and chemistry, psychology is younger and a social science. Though psychology is considered as a science, according to philosopher named Thomas Kuhn, psychology is still in a pre-paradigmatic state. Psychology has not succeeded yet in producing a cumulative body of knowledge that has a clear conceptual core that is consequently agreed upon by experts in psychology. Second, issues related to objectivity and validity. Some areas of psychology, such as personality, leadership, creativity, emotions, attitudes, etc., rely on soft research methods such as surveys and questionnaires, etc. Methods such as introspection and psychoanalysis are inherently subjective. Therefore, psychology to some extent falls short on the criteria of objectivity and validity. Third, issues related to predictability and replicability. A major goal of psychology is to predict behavior by understanding its causes. In psychology, making exact predictions is difficult as people respond differently in different situations. Human behavior is more difficult to study than particles and chemical compounds. Therefore, the test results in psychology are more varied, harder to control, and difficult to replicate. Fourth, objectifying humans. Some existential and humanistic psychologists from within the field criticizes that by subjecting the human behavior to experimentation, psychologists objectify person. Since it treats human beings as things, as objects that can be examined by experiments, psychology is sometimes portrayed as dehumanizing what is most essential about being human. Importance of rationality. Being a science, psychology tries to establish laws that govern human behavior. At the same time, it accepts the fact that human behavior is dynamic and complex. Some of our behaviors are commonly seen in others. At the same time, some of our behaviors are exclusive. Attaining happiness is man's greatest aim in life. While achieving this aim, every individual feels, thinks, and acts exclusively. But while being happy, one should see to it that one's emotions, thoughts, and acts do not get driven by irrational influences, and one should not compromise on social norms, values, and ethics for being happy. Here the aspect of rationality comes in picture in psychology. Science are appreciated by society when application of scientific knowledge improves the quality of life. Like other sciences, psychology too helps in improving the quality of life by applying the concept of rationality in day-to-day life. Stanovic and his colleagues, while talking about rationality, stated that rationality involves adaptive reasoning, good judgment, and good decision making. Sternberg and his colleagues, while talking about intelligence, suggested that practical intelligence can be defined as the ability to perform successfully in naturalistic settings in a way that is consistent with one's goal. Dr. Albert Ellis, who proposed rational emotive behavioral therapy, one of the effective and popular methods of intervention in the field of counseling psychology, has given values of rational living. He also says that rational people are psychologically healthy people and they possess certain characteristics. Some of them are given ahead. First, understanding self-interest and social interest. Safeguard your self-interest and no other's interest is almost like a slogan of rational emotive behavioral therapy. Rational people understand what is self promoting and what helps them to grow, and they take responsibility of making those choices, but at the same time take care of not violating other person's right and aid in survival of the society in which they live. Second, self direction. Rational people assume primary responsibility for their own lives rather than demanding or needing excessive support or nurturance from others. Third, tolerance. Rational people are highly tolerant. Tolerance is the willingness to accept behavior and beliefs of others that are different from one's own. Similarly, rational people accept one's own and others' right to be wrong. Fourth, flexibility. Rational people are found to be healthy individuals. Rational people tend to be flexible, unbiased in their thoughts and actions. Fifth, self acceptance and self responsibility. Rational people accept themselves unconditionally rather than rating or proving themselves, and also accept responsibility for their own thoughts, beliefs, feeling and behavior. According to Dr. Albert Ellis, rationality as a personal philosophy helps an individual to attain many goals in life and to be happy. For being happy, a person must be rational. Summary: empirical evidence, objectivity, scientific causality, systematic exploration, replication, and predictability are some of the key features of science. Psychology is considered as a science as it fulfills many conditions of science. Psychology is a social science that studies behavior and mental processes. William Wundt opened the world's first psychology laboratory in 18